Guys, President Ruto must be respected, right? Because some of you have been trying to compare President Ruto with Uhuru. Let me ask you a question. When Uhuru was the president, remember very well and tell me this. If you really want to be honest, na kama ni siasa you want, na wacha tufanye siasa, si ndio? Let me ask you. Uhuru, hizo stadia zenye he promised wakiingia, did he do them? Has Ruto not done Talanta Stadium? He has done it. Now, we will talk about the funding model baadaye, but let's talk about getting things done. And I know that you'll ask me at what cost, right? Number 2, the Maurironi Road. Uhuru watched as people used to kukaa kwa hiyo traffic ya Naivasha for hours. Kuna time hata people stayed there for the whole night. And he did nothing. And that is the guy that you're trying to compare with Uhuru. Just because he was a very charismatic guy. I think that Ruto is very charismatic. It is just that you guys have been put in fights that are not yours. You are fighting battles that are not yours. As your advice, mimi siwezi your advice, najekeanga advice yangu. But mimi nataka tu mfikirie by the way. Aya. Number 3. Bomas International Conference Center. Uhuru even never attempted something like that. The guy was giving us subsidies, and you guys praised him for the subsidies. But what did subsidies do? Subsidies made him borrow close to 30 billion every month to sustain those things. Ruto came with a different model. He talked about subsidizing production, because if you subsidize production, you are doing the thing. You get me? Subsidies are not to cushion people. Subsidies, however much you try to cushion people, you're just cushioning them for now and they will feel nice right now, but in like 1 year or 2. Because look guys, it is quoted verbatim that before Uhuru left in a meeting, he said that Ruto will not be able to govern this country for more than 3 months. Uhuru said that in a private meeting before he left, and he said, I'm saying that because I know where I've left Kenya, meaning that he left Kenya in a very funny place. And when he was coming to leave, it is when those loans were now maturing now for deduction to begin. Okay, guys, before you judge this guy, you have to think twice. Honestly, me, I'm saying 2-term, and not because of anything. I feel like this guy has transformed Kenya in a very short span of time. I think everything that he has done so far, Uhuru didn't do in his 10 years. Honestly, he didn't. Number 3, let's talk about inclusion. Inclusion. This guy, in Madaraka Day, right? He held that sherehe in Wajir, in a stadium that he revamped and refurbished and brought it up to standard to hold a national event. Guys, can you make these things up? You can't make these things up. So I want you guys to think of Ruto not like your enemy, because he's not. Now, this, I know that we'll talk about this Ebola issue, but I wish you knew about that story, because for Ebola, the doctors were going to come from the US army people that are around there, right? And it was to serve those guys, and it was to serve Americans. So honestly, I can't defend him on that. And actually, when the High Court stopped it, they stopped. So let's say he could have his misgivings here and there, but honestly guys, when somebody wakes up and says, why are they trying to set up this thing in Laikipia and all of that? Why are they trying to set it up there? Why in Central? Why not elsewhere? Here in Ukabila, honestly. So you want it to be set up in Eastern or in Western or in Nyanza? All of those guys are Kenyans. Guys, nyinyi wengi wenyu by the ni Ukabila mko nayo. Honestly. Yeah, so tell me why Ruto should not be the next president of Kenya. Tell me. If you have a reason, I dare you, tell me.